Dear Hopefuls, happy Thursday. I don't have a script for this. I'm going to regret that very, very soon, I think. But I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys really quickly because I feel like I have a lot to tell you about that's going on. And I'm sorry that I haven't been doing much. I feel like I'm really letting you guys down. I'm not contributing enough. And I know that we're supposed to be talking about where we're from and where we want to go and travel and stuff like that. And I guess this kind of actually ties in, funnily enough. I didn't realize that. I guess I want to take it all the way back to when we first started doing Dear Hopefuls at the beginning of 2016. Dear Hopefuls started up at a time that I actually really needed it the most, which I'm sure you guys didn't even realize. I mean, how could you? I was in a spot a year and a half ago when we started up where I was completely upset, completely closing myself off from my friends and the people around me and just social stuff. Like, I felt so horrible about myself and about my situation, and I just kind of felt hopeless, I guess. And Dear Hopefuls was kind of a project and people without the anxiety of going places to talk to people and to have a connection with someone. So thank you, Katie Rebecca, for starting this project up when I needed it the absolute most. Since then, I am in such a happier place. It was dark for a very long time, and it's not anymore. I am in a new relationship with new goals and new things that are going to be happening. So to segue into the travel bits, so my boyfriend Dave and I, we've been seeing each other since November. We met last year and we are going on a trip. We are going on a road trip from November until March. We are going to buy a van. We're going to gut it out. We're going to put a bed in it, and we are going to drive around the US. It's super exciting. I've always wanted to do it, but I've always been in a spot where I didn't feel like I had the support to do it, and now I do. I have someone who actually does share the same dreams and goals and desires that I do and aren't just saying them to relate to me. It's so much better. However, that means that I left my job working at the school that I was working in because it wouldn't be fair for me to leave them in November during a school year to just up and leave, because those full-time positions are so hard to fill that I wanted to give them the summer to be able to fill my position at the school. Since then, I have talked with them and I'm going to sub periodically when I can, if I want to, so on and so forth. I've recently gotten a job waitressing, which I swore, if you told me 4 years ago that I was gonna waitress again, I would have flipped my lid. There was no way I was ever gonna waitress again. But I'm waitressing again because I want to make more money for our trip. I want to make more money for traveling because I want it to be the best that it can be. Obviously, there's always going to be hitches, there are always going to be bumps, but I want to give us the best chance possible. So that means I'm going to be working full-time waitressing, and I've been vlogging pretty much full-time on my main channel because I want to film while we're gone, while we're traveling, and while we're out and about around America. I want to have as much practice editing together a vlog as possible. So, full-time job waitressing. I'm going to be doing part-time fill-in substitute stuff when I can. Vlogging for my other channel has really not left me much time for this channel. And I'm really struggling with that because I want to be a part of it, but I can't give it the attention that it needs and that I think that it deserves. So I'm kind of at this point right now, this kind of a crossroads where I don't know if I am the best fit for this channel right now or what it is that you, Katie, Rebecca, and Raquel would like to do about this new information. Because once we're traveling start November, I'm definitely not going to be able to post regularly on this channel, unfortunately. Because between traveling and experiencing stuff, any content that I make will go onto my main channel. So I wanted to give you guys that information now, and maybe we can come up with a plan for November. Long spiel, do you want to hear a little bit about Maine? I guess I can do that. I did make notes on it. I wanted to get this hard stuff out first because I've kind of been struggling with it for a while. So anyway, as far as the country goes, the United States is really, really big. There are 50 states altogether. So Maine is in the very top right corner. It is the opposite of Florida. You know, Florida's a little piece that hangs down. Maine is the part that pokes up. Maine is the only continental state that only borders one other state, and that is New Hampshire. Maine is a part of a group of states called New England, and that is made of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Maine is nearly bigger than all of the rest of the states that make up New England, and Maine is actually not that much smaller than England itself. With that being said, Maine as a whole, the whole entire state, has a population of around 1.3 million people. To put that in perspective, London has 8.78 million people. Maine has 1.3. We are very spread out here. We have a lot of national parks, a lot of state parks, a lot of scenery. If you want to come see a beautiful state, absolutely gorgeous state, you can come to Maine. I feel like I have not appreciated it enough since I've grown up here, how beautiful my state actually is. We have a saying in Maine that if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. I have had a day where I've been in shorts, then it's hailed, and then it's snowed, and then the sun came back out and you wanted to be in your t-shirt. The weather here is very temperamental. Our summers are gorgeous, our winters are brutal. If you saw any of my vlogs from this past winter, you'll know that the snow was up to my driver's side window at one point, and this summer I had to buy an air conditioning because I was going to go crazy. We have the most eastern town in the United States, and Maine is considered to be the first place where daylight hits the US. We also have the closest point to Africa. And for the entire country, Maine produces 99% of all of the blueberries in this country. That's crazy. But I think I'm gonna call this video. I feel like I filled it full of a lot of information. Please feel free to ask me questions, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and subscribe to my main channel because that is where I'm going to be living on for the next few months. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.